Hi friends, it's Pam. I am back with another project share. This is a project that turned out to be really fun. I started out with a box. It's a Graphic 45 box kit. It is, I got it from through a friend, but it looks like this. It comes, except this is a smaller version, but it's called, this is an ATC book box. This one was just actually a book box. So it comes wrapped looking something like this, except this is a bigger version of it. So it's by Graphics 45. It's just a plain, just a basic kit. Nothing but the chipboard. So took it, I painted it, a lovely color. I found a color in my local craft store. It kind of is an icy mint green color. More of an icy blue, I guess you would say. Painted the entire box inside and out with that. And so I started with that. Then what I did was cut papers down to go on the box. The top, the inside, the spine, all the little, you have to measure and cut all the pieces. And I adhered those onto the sides with, it was either Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1. I think it was probably the 3-in-1 glue, which is excellent glue. So let me take you through the whole thing, and this is what it looks like. There's a couple of surprises inside, but we'll start with the box. So I put a ribbon closure on the outside of the box, and stick pin goes here. Let me take everything out of the box and we'll work our way back around to that. So we'll just focus on the box right now. So when you open it up, you can see on the inside, I covered all this with papers, even this here, the sides, inside, and the bottom with the paper. Beautiful paper line. I'm sorry to say I don't remember whether this was Kaisercraft or Graphic 45. I'm sorry, I just don't remember, but use the paper of your choice to line it. And then I decided, to add some of the embellishments. I decided to put lace on it. This is actually a piece of lace here that I wrapped over the edge of the box so that part of it was sticking up on the top. But I wanted this really pretty piece to be hanging down on the inside. So we'll start inside, and then actually we'll start with the top. So this is the top of the box, and picked my paper and put that on, and then I embellished it with, the flowers. I put some stickles on these flowers, and of course, you just pick flowers that match your paper that you like, and I thought those were really beautiful, cheerful color. I did add the flat back pearls in the middle of them. In fact, these had stamens in them that I didn't like, and I cut those off and added the flat backs in their place. I rubbed some the burnishing cream on here to make the bird cage look kind of antique gold. It was actually a piece that was made out of kind of like a cork material. So did that. I found some little ephemera pieces here. The bird I put like he's flying out of the cage. A butterfly, some little flowers. An applique here with a piece of bling and a pearl, like another pearl to embellish. And then this little metal piece that says live in the moment. So that's the front. And then same thing, put the paper on the back. I did use one of these stamp pads, the ink pads, the Tim Holtz, to burnish the edges of all the papers to give it kind of this antique effect on all the papers. I just thought it looked kind of nice. So you could see that here too on the back pretty well. That not burnished, but the edge, the inked edges. And then on the sides, since the side paper was in polka dot, I decided to put some flat back pearls on the sides just here and there to give that a little bit of interest. Nothing on the front since the bow was tied there, and of course nothing on the bottom. I just left the bottom plain. So opening the lid, you go inside and you do see the lace that I used for the top inside flap. Used another piece of, this is all stuff from my stash, so I wish I could tell you where it's from, but I have no idea. Butterfly here, flower there, which incidentally I used to hide the tip of the tie here. Actually, in my mind, I wanted to put it between the paper and the chipboard, and I forgot when I was doing it. So I had to come up with something to hide the end of my ribbon, and I just decided to glue a little flower and a flat back pearl there to do that. This is a card that was part of an ephemera package I cut out, and I inked those edges as well to give that an antique look. And the inside of the box is just, believe it or not, just the paper from the line I used. And this is just a piece I had in the stash that is a dragonfly, and thought that was real pretty. So I glued him in the bottom of the box. And then that ties, and that's pretty much the box. On the bottom, I just purchased 4 of those little wooden balls at the craft store. Very cheap. Painted them the color of my box and used them as feet to make the box, give it a little off the ground. I didn't want it sitting flat. So this looks like the legs. Turned out really, really cute. Okay. So then inside the box, I made, first of all, a tag book. Let's put this back here. I decided to make a little tag book to go inside this. So I got 4 tags. I believe these are Kaisercraft chipboard tags. I'm not positive about that, but you can buy them anywhere. I painted the tags the same color as the box and inked the edges of all the tags to make them look older. I put the paper on first and then inked everything. And then I just started blinging up, adding dimension to the tags. So this is the first one. Added a lace embellishment and a real pretty, just a piece of ephemera there, and a little row of lace there. And on the back of this tag is turned out really cute. I used a piece of lace to make a pocket, a little piece of bling here, more of the lace across the top of the tag, and then I took pieces of the paper line and made little cards, and also inked the edges of all these so that they also look old. Here's a little card with birds. I thought that was just too cute. Left everything blank so you can, good for a note that I can write later. Same thing here. And so those go inside that pocket. Then on the next tag, I decided to, again, I lined it with, paper, inked all the edges. And then on this one, I decided to make a pocket out of lace. And I kind of this actually was from a piece of a lace collar. And I just cut it and fit it, at a diagonal going up the page. Added some more dimension with this flower here. And then made some tags to go inside this pocket as well. This is just a little piece of scrap lace with a flat back pearl and some stickles on there. This is just a very plain piece of paper with not much on that one. And this one, same thing. I just inked the edges and put a little flower in the corner. So those go into this pocket really nicely. And I like to put this little piece out hanging over the edge, if I can get it. There we go, over the edge. It looks just kind of cute hanging out over the edge there. On the back of this tag, again,